with the help of these 12 verses, when your mind is being totally persuaded to turn towards the higher, in the cave of your intellect, meaning in the center of your personality, within yourself, you come to awake to a new dimension of consciousness. Where exactly do you realize the waker when you are dreaming? Is it not the waker in the dreamer himself? Or is it the dream waker is some other place and another time? The movement is only movement in one plane of consciousness to another. And this higher state of consciousness is already inherent in the lower plane. In the dreamer himself is the waker hiding. Waker is not something different to be realized in a different time and place system. It's a movement not in time and place. The movement is in one plane of consciousness to another. This is indicated by saying that you have to realize it in the cave of your own heart or the intellect. The waker is not away from the dreamer. Dreamer, while dreaming, is identified with the dream world of plurality projected by the dreamer's mind. Realize. How far is the waker from the dreamer? So far is this Brahman from you. Tat-tvamasi. O dreamer, thou thyself art the waker. Only a question now, realize. Now, what is it that is obstructing you from realizing? Everything is so near. And the waker himself, I am myself, as I am now, myself is Brahman. Then why is it that I am not realizing? Is it a bluff that you are? Or is there only encouragement to me? To face the sorrows and tragedies of the world, to make you understand that you are that? How is it that I am not able to experience? What is it obstructing me from realizing my own true nature? Is being expounded in this section.
Jnate vastunyapi balavati vasananadiresha karta bhoktapyahamiti dridha yasya samsara hetuhu pratyak drishyatmani nivasata sapaneya prayatnat muktim prahustadiha munayah vasanatanavam yat.
So what is it that is obstructing? And how am I to remove that obstruction? These are the two questions that the student asks. Ko mama bandha kathamesha agataha katha pradisthas katham vimoksha. How is it that it is maintaining itself in me? And how is it that I can get out of it? Jnate vastunyapi. even though you have jnate, you have understood it well. 4 or 5 Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita, the Guru's Sthan or the Satsang, everything, and you know everything. Sufficient that you can bluff others. And other fools may misunderstand you as a realized. What more do you want? All these can be. Jnate vastuni api. Even though you have learned and understood very well, what is the goal? How am I to reach? And how am I to prepare my mind for it? And you sit down. Jati niti kula kutra tvakam. That also. But you don't reach there. Swamiji, the whole thing is a bluff. I have tried it. 3, 4 years I have been regularly meditating. You are not. What you pronounce as meditation is wrongly, is a spelling mistake. It is a meditation. M-A-D and not M-E-D. Sit down and wonder. Why? Because of the old vasana. Old habit. So by merely knowing, jnate vastunyapi, even though you know everything, balavati vasana anadiresha, these individuals, anadi, beginningless, from the beginningless time, this vasana that has come to you, from the first non-apprehension of the reality onwards, the vasanas have bundled up, mountains of vasanas. Because of these vasanas, Balavati, very powerful, you cannot ignore him. The moment you say, hey Sri Ram, where is Ram Rao nowadays? His daughter was very good. Oh, you gone? What has Ram Rao to do with Ram? But that is your vasana. Old vasanas. Force. Karta bhokta hamidi. Because of those vasanas, you come to play in this world of plurality as karta bhokta. That I am the doer, I am the experiencer, enjoyer. I am the seer, hearer, smeller, taster, toucher, feeler, thinker. I am the one that is suffering the pains and agonies and sorrows and agitations and disgust and despair and despondency. The ego is crystallized, which is the expression of all the vasanas. Crystallized vasana is the ego. This is very powerful. Dridayasya samsara hedu. This drida, very firm. It is not easy to remove it. This is samsara hedu, the cause for samsara, the cause for their continuing in the experience of change. You are not able to recognize the one infinite reality. Pratyak drishtya, by turning your attention upon yourself. Pratyak, within. Within in the sense that we have withdrawn our mental attention from all the objects of the world outside, the BMI and OET. Pratyak drishtya, atmani nivasata, those who are thus come to live continuously in the Atman, the Self. No more turned outward, but turned totally within and come to experience this new awakened state of consciousness. Sapaneya prayatna, this vasanas are to be ended by turning your attention to him. And if you are thus turning towards me, I shall save you from all sins. Christianity the same, Mohammedanism the same, Hinduism the same. Turn to me, I shall save you, Christianity. But you are turned towards the devil, I cannot help you. Devil, the plurality, the sensuality. But turn to me, I can save you. That's when you are constantly trying to turn your attention towards the Atman, the Self, in regular meditation. Slowly, slowly the vasanas get exhausted. The ego becomes thinner and thinner. The idea that I am the doer and the agent, or the doer and the experiencer, it slowly goes away. Savanaya prayatna. This is not an easy thing. We don't promise you that you have got a red carpet treatment. In spirituality, this way, sir, here is God. Meet. No, no. Prayatna, with effort. Because you have to fight against millions of years of false living, mountains of asanas and tendencies. But all of them will be burnt down in no time, the moment you turn towards Him. Thus, by continuous practice, a regular sadhana, bring about this change in yourself. By reading the book or writing down the notes or even contest. Swamiji, Vivekachudamani contest ho gaya. It's the tragedy of Vivekachudamani that it has come into your throat. It is not going to help you. I read it every day. No, who are they? How much of it has come into you? What is the change that is bringing about or coming about in you? That is the important thing to be understood. Pratyak drishtya atmani nivasata sapaneya prayatnat, with effort. Muktim prahu tadiha. This is called mukti. Mukti marga and ultimately mukti. This is mukti. The rishis call this as mukti. What? Munayaha, by their great rishis, they call this as mukti, both as the way to mukti and reaching the mukti. Vasana tanavam yada, that which is, what is the mukti path? Vasana tanavam. Destroy the vasanas that are there already in you. The tendency to entertain desires and agitations and activities in the world outside in the false hope that the world of objects, emotions and thoughts can give me satisfaction, happiness and contentment. This values for the world outside is so powerful in us. Turn your attention towards Him. There you start discovering, experiencing a larger peace, a greater satisfaction. And once you started gaining that inner, subtle, fulfilling joy and bliss of contemplation, nobody will leave it. You have set on the path. And once you have set on the path, you continue. And as you continue turning your attention away from the OET and BMI, you are exhausting the vasanas. The ego is thinning out and dying. Without the ego, the vasana cannot function. The doership was of the ego. The doer of the actions alone can have the reaction or the results of it. the ego ends. Whether there is Bhakti Vasana in the mountain or not, it doesn't matter. There is no one to claim it. The Vasana cannot affect you. Continue.
Aham mameti yo bhavaha Dehakshadavanatmani Adhyasoyam nirastavyaha Vidusha svatmanishtaya.
That which is in every one of us. Aham mameti vritti. Aham, I. I and my. Mama, my. I possess, I gather this idea because of my identification with the BMI. I. And my relationship as I with the world of OET is called Mama. These are mine. Just now, 2 ladies were massaging my leg. One lady, after squeezing one leg, she thought that it is better to squeeze the other leg, so took the other leg. The lady who was squeezing that leg said, "Ah! Mera." They have forgotten that it is me. Ye mera hai. You know? Where there is ego, our relationship with the outer world is called mera tera. And my anxiety is to get tera also to be mera, bas. This is what it is. Aham mameti, this attitude that I am this body and my relationship with the world outside is all as mine. Yo bhavo, deha chadiva, deha in the body, aksha, eyes, etc. My eyes, my ears, my nose, my tongue, in all equipments of experiences, anatmani, and they are all anatman. They are not self. They are made up of calcium, carbon, phosphorus. So in the panchakoshas, the idea that I am the panchakosha, and as panchakosha, for the comforts of the koshas, I want the world of objects. And some of them I have achieved or gained or, procured, others have yet to procure. And my attitude towards what is being procured is my. And the other I am struggling. At this moment it is theirs, but I am struggling to get it mine. By means foul or right or wrong. Why? For the comfort of the panchakoshas. Why? I am the panchakosha. This anatmani, not self, identifying you, the self, identifying with the anatman, the not self, due to tamas, the non-apprehension of the real. You consider yourself a limited guy, and for your happiness you want these objects and run after them. Adhyasoyam nirasthavyaha. This adhyas, this superimposition, this self-identification with the not self, nirasthavyaha, you must reject, slowly eliminate. The idea will come. It's not easy. Because millions of years you have been thinking, it's me, it's me, it's me. As a plant, as an animal, as a human. Till today, you have been thinking, including today. Even now. My asan. Why your leg is coming there? My seat. I have put my asan, and why are you sitting here? My asan. This is my place. This is Chinmaya Tapovan Ashram in a hall. What do you mean? My place. Why? Only for one camp I have come. 10 days. My plate, my glass. Right? Hey, but there is nothing else. And yet, whatever little, my. This is natural. These you have to nirasab. You must reject them, eliminate them, come out of this misconception. It belongs to all. I am that Atman, the self. That by them. Vidusha, wise people, people who have read and studied the scriptures. Vidusha, Swatmanisthaya. How can I do so? How can I reduce my ego and my possessiveness? Atmanisthaya. By steady contemplation, you slowly move into a new dimension. No more will you have the idea that I am that limited ego, nor sense of possession. In short, grow up. When can the little infant child give up the toys, possession? When the child realizes that I am grown up. The child is no more a child, grown up. Then, from that grown-up point of view, when I look at it, my toys, that is not good. It drops out of his hand. When he sees that the other students are not doing, and I am the only one, and then everybody continues. You give up immediately. The mother and the father have been trying for the last 2 years. Putting a piece of cloth on it. No, he removes the cloth and puts it. He puts, what do you call that? There's something bitter in the hand. Paints it in the bitter. And then he goes and washes it. But if you continuously do that, he tries the central 2 fingers. Now you can't blame him, he is child. When he grows up, he will give up. He will no more try to suck his thumb. Because others started laughing and nobody else is doing. And he realizes that a sucked thumb has got a special smell. He gives it away. You understand? In the same way, you are all at this moment suckers, running after the world of OET, thinking that you are unborn. You are not grown up. I say, baby. I say, ego, you are doing that. The call of Vedanta is, grow up, my children. You are a little baby doing silly things. Grow up to your stature as a pure self. Jnatva
swam pratyagatmanam buddhi tadvritti sakshinam sohamityeva yadvritya anatmanyatmamatim jahi.
Jnatva, having understood well, swam, your own, pratyagatman, your own inner self, pratyak, within, parang, outside. Kaschid dhiraha pratyagatmanamaiksha avarta chakshur amrtatvam icchanna kathopanishad parang pashyadi na andaratman. Ordinary people look outside and they see only these and the entertainment of this ever-changing world of plurality. They are little bits of joys That is all. They are not able to turn their mind within and see this Pratyagatman, this self which is permanent, blissful, Jandidi, Kula Gotra Drupakam, etc. 12 verses. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow onwards, you will be all able to chant it, isn't it? Those 12 verses? No? Not confident. All right, 4 days after? Probably. Some heads are moving. Four days. Only 12 verses. We've been chanted so many times. Even if your son was here, he would have chanted. Hearing again and again and again. And if you have got any doubt which is the next verse, you put your ear on the floor. The marble will sing. So then these ideas that have been already given, Jnatva Swam, your own, Pratyagatmanam, what exactly is the Atman, the self in you? Buddhi, what is this Atman, the self? Buddhi, your intellect, I hope you know. Tadvritti, the kind of stupid thoughts that rise in your intellect. The wrong values, the wrong ideas, vulgar thoughts that rise in your intellect. You know it. You know your buddhi and the vulgar thoughts that rise in it. You know, isn't it? In all those thoughts, Sakshi. The self is not involved in the intellect or his thoughts. Self is only a Sakshi. In his light, these thoughts are shining out. You become aware of your thoughts, good and bad. Buddhi tadvritti sakshinam. One who is not involved in all these. Involved is the ego. Sakshi, the one who stands apart and just looks. This Atman, the self, Swam, your own, having jnatva understood. Sohamityeva, having studied it, and the jnana you got it, the book knowledge you have got it, knowledge from the teacher you got it, second-hand information you got it. Then claim what? That is me. Come to experience it. Or else there is no redemption. You are still an ego with extra knowledge of Vedanta. Shankara describes that it is like a donkey carrying a heavy load of gold bricks. From the donkey standpoint, pata nahi itna bahut kyun? Why are they overloaded it? Because he can't eat it, he can't use it, he has no use. Gold, it is gold, and yet it is useless. Similarly, you are only carrying gold bricks on your head. You are not able to use it. And that is why after some time you start wondering, I don't know what prarabdha of mine that I went and became a brahmachari. I should not have become a brahmachari. I should have shadi karke anand se reh sakta tha. Why? You never got anything out of it. By mere study, nothing you will get. Promised. You will be disappointed, dejected, unless you strive to experience. So, sohamityeva tadvrtya, sadvrtya. In that sat, real vrti means, sadvrti means, asadvrti is what we are now having. About the asat vastus of BMI and OET. Sadvrti, thinking of the pure Atman, the self. Sadvrtya. Anatmanyatmamatim jahi. Thus sticking on your idea that I am that consciousness. Give up your identification with anatma, the not-self. You have got involved in the not-self. That is why the ego. Come out of it. Free yourself. Your father, in the early in the morning, the child came. So he was entertaining the child. And as he is entertaining, the child wants new games every day, every moment. And therefore he was discovering, first he made him sit down on the stomach. The child enjoyed it because that big belly of the daddy is going up and coming down. It is, good. Then he stood up on the stomach, and that also was a game. And slowly. But the boy is getting angry because he is tired of this game. He wants a better game. And therefore, so the daddy said, "Dekho beta. The bear. He put the blanket on him and said, "It is the bear." The child, and then the father, the child laughed because it is the father. And after some time again covered, and it is your son. Naturally, he cried again. As he was thus playing, the neighbor came with an Indian Express and said, "Suna? Kya ho gaya? Suna?" I am interested in that, and therefore I left the child there, a blanket there, and I went inside. The child has now learned a game. The child pulled the blanket and he covered himself. The weight of the blanket made him fall down, and the blanket was there. He is covered by the blanket, but he got frightened because darkness therein. Therefore, since he has already fallen, he started rolling, and as he rolled, the blanket rolled him until at last he cannot go any further because it was the wall, and in that wall he was fully packed and rolled up in line. The father has forgotten, because it's only an exceptional time that he volunteered to look after the baby. Ordinarily it is the mother's job. He was talking of the latest that is happening, the scam and other things, discussing. The mother in the kitchen, he's talking there. And what about the child? So she came to inquire what the child is. Child is not there. Has he thrown away the child? He is capable of that. For discussing politics. He looked at me. At that time, he heard a small sound. From inside, 3 or 4 rolls of blanket. The mother, where is the baby? Crying. Looked at the blanket. Why the blanket is there? It was on the bed. And who rolled it beautifully? When he rolled back, the child is inside. The mother decided that this wretched father rolled the boy in the basket and kept it. Think of it. Similarly, you and I, like innocent baby, tried to play with the not-self and got caught up in it and rolled until at last now you cannot come out of it. You must go to a teacher, and the teacher must tell you that you are not rolled in the blanket. You are out of the blanket. You are nothing but the child. The child went into the blanket. So unwind yourself. You are wound in one way. Therefore vasanas there. Now unvasana you. Will be free. The same idea. Sohamityeva sadbhava sadvritya anatmanyatmani matim jehi. Give up this idea that I am the Anatman, conditioned by the Anatman, the Panchakoshas. Give it up, the idea, I am the Brahman, the Atman, the self, which is a Sakshi only of all these experiences, and these experiences are because of my identification with the not-self. I have nothing to do with the not-self.
Lokanuvartanam tyaktva tyaktva dehanuvartanam shastranuvartanam tyaktva swadhyasapanayam kuru.
So, adhyasa apanayam guru. Please strive on to end your adhyas, your identification with the outer world. Outer world, the Panchakoshas, your equipments, BMI, and your identification with the OET. Give it up. But how can I? I can't. I am very much involved in the world, Swamiji. If anybody you ask, oh, my devotees come there and Ariya Chodo. How, Swamiji? Duty. It is my dharma. How can a Swami say that give up dharma? So he is trying to silence me forever. Swamiji, it is my dharma. Why is it that you have no dharma for the other children in the locality? They are not mine. These are my dharma. Think? Dharma is love. Love for all living beings. And especially children, okay? But then why are you loving only your children? What about some children who are roaming about on the roadside? Why don't you do that? Why should I? That is not my dharma. That is inka bapka. Why should I? It's the wrong notion. Now he says, Lokanuvartanam tyaktva. You will have to give up your identification with this community, society, the others around. Giving up. Tyaktva dehanuvartanam. Again, if that is not there, you have no time. Why? My body. I need a massage for 1 hour. Then 1 hour I take my bath. Then half an hour, 1.5 hours for dressing up. Then I sit down quietly. And then take a little fruit juice. By the time friends come. So, loka anuvartanam. So, at the end of it, when will I contemplate Swamiji? Then I find me out 1 hour for meditation. I want it, but Bhagavan is not allowing me. Lokanuvartanam tyaktva. Dehanuvartanam also. Again, even these two are given. Shastranuvartanam. And I am politically a communist. I am Congress, I or you. Doesn't matter. Once I get that idea, there is no time for me for anything. Politics, philosophy. I am a Vedanta. I can't stand the sound of Kirtan Bhajan. Oh. I am an Arya Samajist. I can't see the temple. Unnecessarily they are worshipping a stone. I am holding on to... I have not understood it. I have not accepted, thought over it. And how can our rishis have so much of contradictions? What is the truth behind it? Did you understand everything? But Shastra Anuvartanam, blindly following the Shastra, political, economic, social, communal, takes up all your time. There is no time for you to peacefully sit down and contemplate. All these involvements you remove. Tyaktva swadhyasapanayam guru. Remove apanayam, change or move away, take away swa-adhyasa. All these wrong identifications that you have been maintaining yourself for millions of years, slowly give it up. You are that pure self. Come to realize it through contemplation. The obstacles are vasanas plus our enthusiastic interest and involvement due to our identification with the BMI.
Lokavasanaya jantoho Shastravasanaya picha Dehavasanaya jnanam Yatha vannaiva jayate
Lokavasanaya, because of your clinging attachment to the world, name, fame, wealth, power. Mehta Sahib. Because of that Lokavasana, jantoho, individuals, Shastravasanaya jabi, the others, some of them, Lokavasana is not there. World is all right. But I have to study. Christianity is over. I am now looking at Islam. I have got a plan to study Buddhism. Then I come to Hinduism. By the time I may become too old, never mind. Think? Study, study, study. When do you sit down and make use of that knowledge? Not now. Why? I am already totally confused. Because even one philosophy to understand it is a lot of preparation and individual attention is necessary. When you suddenly pack up your head with all the ideas of all the masters, not knowing what they talked, you get confused. So that vasana, some people have got it. I want to know that. What is this tantric, Swamiji? Tantric. Some tantric. Devi puja. Sri Chakra puja. Why? I have told that if you do that, all my desires will be fulfilled. Rishis are given desire fulfilled. Go to the share market, you will get all your desires fulfilled. Devi puja. Think, I want pranayama and asana. Why? I want to rise from where I am sitting down. It's not so difficult to get on a cycle. You are not on the ground. If you can't afford a plane, get on a cycle. You know. You got to rise up. Lokavasanaya jantu. Jantu जिसको जीव है, meaning living beings, intelligent human beings, due to lokavasana or due to shastra vasana or deha-vasanaya api. Look at the film stars. They have no time. One hour to make the nails look like a terrible bird. Afterwards, there is another 10. Then they have to be painted. There afterwards you can't use the hand for anything. They have saris. different types. And patta must come, right? And then straight. So that in the television it must look as if she is wearing a coat, not a sari. It goes up here. Where is the time then? Dehavasana. See, these are the distractions that come for man. Not the world has given you the distraction. You created the distraction. And thereafter, where is that time? Dehavasana tektva jnanam. Because of these preoccupation of the mind, jnanam, your knowledge, book knowledge, yathavad, as it should, naiva jayate. The real knowledge that has been passed on to you, you don't understand the depths. You have not got that much of attention to understand the subtle suggestions of the Shastra. You only superficially you read. Right? You don't understand the seriousness, what exactly is the main divide. Hanumanji, early morning, Chalisa. Why? He will bless me and I will succeed in all my tricks in the world. Nobody will be able to touch me. Why? Hanumanji piche hai. Thus you are insulting Hanuman. You don't understand the significance. Hanuman is your mental strength. When you have got total dedication and surrender to Ram, a new strength comes to your single-pointed mind, which is irresistible, and that power is indicated by Hanuman. Jai Hanuman. Ganesh, one coconut. Nowadays it's 3.5 rupees. Bang! Immediately you crawl all over, collecting all the pieces. And you come out to the temple and sit there. Because the rishis have said, when you come from the temple, you must sit down for some time so that they may check you up whether you have taken anything from the temple. You know, that is the idea. Security. Now you must sit down for some time and then go. He also sits down with all these pieces, and he tries to put it like a Chinese riddle to find out whether he got all the pieces or is missing. How many pieces are missing? That Ganesh has taken it away. That coconut represents your head. So remove the fibers first, your raga, dvesha, kama, krodha, and thereafterwards there is the intellect, the shell. That intellect of yours must be broken. Beyond the intellect is the white, pure sattvic reality. Who understands this? Mummy, give me a coconut. Why? Tomorrow exam. Why? To cheat. Ganesh doesn't know that I am not prepared. But Ganesh will have to pass me because I broke the coconut. See? Thus, yathavat, as you should, it doesn't come to you. Though you have studied the Shastra, yathavat na jayate, you interpret it as you like because of your own mental agitations. Continue.
Sankaracarya griha mokshamichho ayomayam pada nibandha shrinkhalam vadanti tajñā patuvāsanatrayam Yosmad vimukta samupaiti muktim.
Samsara karagraha. Karagraha, prison. Samsara, in this samsaric prison house, karagraha, mokshamicho, those who have the desire to get out of this prison house of plurality, of the world of plurality. Within you are now at this moment living choked with the imperfections in the BMI and OET. From this karagraha, if you want to awake, the ego has to rediscover itself and be free from the samsaric shackles in order from the prison house or the world of plurality, those who want to come out. Ayomayam, iron. Ayomayam, beautiful steel. Pada nibandha sringalam, the sringala, the iron, the steel, what is that? Chains that is tied to your ankles, your leg, and to the floor of the prison. And therefore you can't escape. Even if the door is open, you can't walk out. Because you have been bound by, chained to the floor by iron chain. So by your force you cannot break it. Sringalam. Vadandi tajna. This is declared not by me. Shankara says, no, not me. Tajna. Those who have got the knowledge and those who have actually gone out to this prison house of the plurality and escaped into the higher state of consciousness. Those who have already become muktas. Those Mahapurushas have tajna padu vasanatrayam. They explain that these chains are made up of the vasanatraya, the three kinds of vasanas, which have been just now described. Loka vasana, Shastra vasana, and Deha vasana. These are the three chains by which you are perpetually kept in the prison. Tear them, you are free. The prison house has no door because they are so confident that you cannot come out of those iron chains. These are the three chains by which you have been tied down. So says those who have escaped before. Yosmad vimukta, those, whoever he be, he who is vimuktaha, visheshena muktaha, totally liberated from these three chains, these three steel chains of loka vasana, shastra vasana, and deha vasana, those who have given up. Such people, samupaiti muktim. At next moment, the three are gone, you are free. Mukti, liberation. You wake into the higher state of consciousness. Jaladi.
Jaladi samsarga vashat prabhuta. Vashat prabhuta. Durgandha dhuta garu divya vasana. Sangharshanenaiva vibhati samyak. Vidhuyamane sati bahya gandhe.
Now another example. Agaru, sandalwood. In fact, agaru is the red sandalwood. The white sandalwood you all know. Red is very rare. Now, agaru is sandalwood. Sandalwood you know, beautiful smell. Now, put it in a bucket of water After 4 or 5 days, Chandan, you know it is. Take it out. It looks as if the backside of a buffalo. You see? Or you can say front side of some people. Both sides. High, terribly bad smell. Why? In contact with water, the outer portion of the wood has gone decayed, and that decayed is covering, and it is their smell away. Though Chandan is Chandan, just behind it is the pleasant, beautiful fragrance of Chandan. It's original. But after putting that water in contact with water, it gathers itself a stink. You all have a stink now as an ego because of your contact with Lokavasana, Shastravasana, Dehavasana. Now, Swamiji, it is a fact. I am stinking. Now, what am I to do? Shankara advises you, take a bath. That is all. Jaladi samsargavashad prabhutaha. Jaladi, jala, water, etc. Samsarga, contact with water. Prabhutam, born out of it. Durgandha duta, the stinking smell that comes out of it. Agaju divyavasana. Agaju, the sandalwood, has divyavasana. It is so pleasant, so divinely good. And yet, when it is in contact with water, it gets a layer of filth, decaying matter, and it stings. Sangharshaneneva vibhati samyak. Samyak, very well. Sangharshana, you rub it. With a little water on a stone, you rub it. And that dirt, the dead past portion, remove it. Sangharshanena, by rubbing it. Vibhati comes out. Viduyamani sadi, bahya gandhe. When that outer gandha, bahya gandha, is removed, that original fragrance comes out. Today you are all dirty, filthy, because of your identification with the outer, the BMI, and your attachment to the world of OET. Therefore you behave like a criminal, like like a dishonest man. All these are, all your stink in character is only because your identification with the VMI or attachment to the world of OET. Therefore you stink. And when your Vedanta says that all of you are nothing but Brahman itself, Brahma tattvamasi, bhavayatmani, there is something wrong with the teacher. All these are Brahman, stinking, yes, at this moment stinking. Because of your contact, identification with the BMI and OET. Sangharshanena. What is Sangharshana here? Contemplation. Jati niti kula gotra durakam. I am not that. I am Brahma Tattvamasi. I am that Brahman. Not this. I am this. Not this. I am this. Not this. I am this. And nothing to do with the BMI, PFT, OET. I am the Brahman. I am the Sakshi. Not this. Not. Sangharshanena. By the Sangharshana, that dirt and filth which is your vasanas of the past are all removed. And what remains is that pure fragrance of the highest divine Brahma Tattvamasi.
Antashritananta duranta vasana, Shritananta duranta vasana, Dhuli vilipta paramatma vasana, Prajnati sangharshanato vishuddha, Pratiyate chandana gandhavat sphuta.
It is already explained.